Amy Lynn asked me how and when I realized that I was trans. I guess the how and the when are kind of related. I can't really remember much of my childhood, or, well, what I had for dinner yesterday. Did I have dinner yesterday? I know I ate chocolate in front of Biggest Loser Sweden. Uh, Getting back to the subject at hand. My parents say they never really noticed any signs that I was trans. They did, however, figure out that I was bisexual, though I now use the term pansexual, when I was about 11. By the time I figured out, I was over 30. I was so far in the closet that I was having tea with Mr. Temnes in Narnia. Being AFAB, assigned female at birth, you can have short hair uh, and wear suits without anyone really raising an eyebrow or let alone wonder if you're trans. Mom told me at one time that she wondered if her dressing me in pants out of convenience when I was a kid may have caused me being trans. Somehow, I don't think that she's to blame. I do know that I played a lot of dress up. And I had this great uncle whom I used to play with when he and his wife came up north during the summer. We dressed up like ladies, and I know she called herself Aunt Agda. Dear heart. I came out as bisexual in October of 2007. The previous day I had discussed it with someone I thought was a friend, and it didn't go well. I don't know what hurt me more, that she thought I should never marry, and hence never get the physical closeness I crave, that she compared having homosexual tendencies to having craving chocolate and leaving the Baha'i faith to dropping out of school one minute, only to say I'm destroying my spirit the next, or that she asked if she hurt me. One would think that's quite obvious. I actually had to do some digging, which in my case means going through my live journals. I had mentioned being trans. At this point, I went by transvestite in my main live journal before then. On April 25th, I wrote, "Hi, my name is Ceci and I'm a transvestite." On April 8th, 2008, I wrote, "I found myself having some rather interesting gender thoughts lately. It's almost like I see Devin as a separate male entity, though not in the multiple personality sense." I changed my name in February-March of 2008. On February 20th, 2008, I wrote, "Speaking about her leads me to my name change, which several of you have asked me about. The name I'm going to add is Devin. It is of Irish and Gaelic origin, and its meaning is bard or poet. It may also possibly mean young deer. It might also come from the French divin, which means divine or perfect." On April 16th, 2007, I created a live journal for Devin. In one of the first entries, I wrote, "I've been shopping for clothes today," or, well, window shopping. For clothes, anyway. Ceci chickened out at the last minute, mumbling something about lack of money under her breath. I call it being a chicken, but what the hell. I can understand that she doesn't want to explain to every damn person in the tiny town, or not to mention the tiny village she lives in. Rumors spread fast in this village, and people are quite clueless on gender and LGBTQ issues, who I am, because people just wouldn't understand and they judge her. And I can't stand that, which is why I tolerate not getting out anywhere near as often as I would like to. I feel frustrated, though, that I'm stuck here with very few people who understand. Why do I have to fear rejection as much as Ceci does? After my name change, I slowly came to the conclusion that while I was transgender, I wasn't a transvestite. I know that some people don't like labels, But in a way, it can feel good and safe to know who you are, uh, to have an identity. I'm an AFAB intergender trans man, which means I was considered a girl at birth. I still have my experiences as living as a woman, but I identify as male. Cecilia Dearheart is now dead. I refer to her as my dead twin sister, but her memories live within me forever. No one can take that away from me, and I feel good about her now. There was a time when I really didn't, and I still have issues with some of her body parts. In 2014, I contacted the psychiatric department at the local hospital in order to start my journey to changing my body to better fit my gender identity. I was diagnosed with GID, gender identity disorder, mainly because I couldn't remember having these feelings about gender when I was a child. And in the spring of 2015, I got to meet with the head of the transsexualism team at the regional hospital. This winter, I met with the speech therapist and endocrinologist and took a slew of tests. My GID diagnosis was changed into transsexualism. As of May 4th, 2016, today, I'm still waiting for word on my HRT treatment, hormone replacement therapy, and mastectomy. And that's where I am now. Yeah. If you have any questions, post them below.